This video deals with how to sign up for a Gmail account. In using Zoom for teleconferencing, it's sometimes necessary to use a private email account for setting up a Zoom account. One example is that if you have already gotten a TCS account for a Zoom seat and you use it for supervision. It's not desirable to use those paid Zoom accounts for telecounseling with clients, since those accounts are typically used by more than one clinician. And there may be some overlap where two clinicians are trying to use the same account at the same time. So if for any reason you need to use a personal email account for setting up a Zoom account, and you do not want to use your existing TCS or personal email account, simply follow these steps. And note, this video is focused on setting up a Gmail account. If you have any hesitation about using Gmail and wish to use Yahoo or Hotmail or another email provider, the steps for sign up should be pretty much the same. So to begin, log into your laptop and go to the desktop or the home screen. You may need to close any open windows or tabs, or you can simply click the lower right corner of the taskbar to minimize any open windows and view the desktop. You'll be coming down here in the very far right corner. It's not marked, but there is a little button there that you press, and that'll shut down the windows or minimize them. So then go and open your favorite browser. We're going to use Chrome for this presentation, so just click on the icon for Chrome. Now the browser may open up to a Google search page, which is great, but if it doesn't, every window that you're going to have in your browser is going to have an address bar up top here. So what you want to do is swipe that and delete the address that's in there, and then just type in google.com and then press enter. So that'll bring you back to this Google search page. Then on that page, up in the upper right corner here, you're going to see a Gmail icon. So just click on that. And then you'll get this next page, and you'll have this large icon up here. It says create an account. So just click on that text. And that brings you to this page. So you're ready to start setting up your account. So you're going to input that information. So in this case, I put my name and picked a username. Just picked it out of the blue, something that was meaningful for me to remember, and a password. And of course, you have to confirm the password. Make sure that you type it in properly in both places. Now, there's a chance that the username that you select is already in use, as is the case here, and you get this this message that tells you that. So it tells you to try another one, make some suggestions here. You don't need to use those suggestions. If you want to keep trying something that is more meaningful to you, just go right ahead and then keep trying to put those in. And you'll eventually get the one that the system isn't already using, or somebody else in the system isn't already using. And then in this case, I chose a password that wasn't very strong. So this just gives you a message asking you to try a stronger password. So calls for a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols. The longer it is, probably the better. Always try and mix capital letters with small letters, and a mix of all three of these. So once you're past that point, well, as I say, keep trying, and then it will get you there. Once you're past that point, you'll come to this screen, and you get this little pop-up up here. It's asking you to save your password. And for security purposes, I feel it's best not to choose to have your password saved. So I religiously just click on never here. Forces me to remember my passwords, but I don't think that's a bad thing in terms of security. So then you want to complete the requested information. Put in your phone number, a recovery email, which is a different email address than you're setting up here. So if you happen to forget something, your password or your username, they can send something to this address or to this email, and then it will help you recover your account. Put in your birth date. They need that because of age restrictions on setting these accounts up. And you can, designate your gender. They give you some options here, or rather not say, as I chose here. Once you have that done, just select next. And you're going to be asked to verify your phone number by sending a text. So it will show your full phone number here, and then you can click send, and it'll send you a 6-digit number, I believe it is. 6-digit, and then input that texted number here, and click verify, and it will verify your account. Now here, this is says get more from your number. There's a lot of different things that Gmail likes to do, and Google likes to do, extra services. And I always choose skip on these things. It's up to you if you want to go ahead and fuss with that. It's not needed whatsoever for what we're trying to accomplish. So I just say skip it. Going to be asked to read and agree to the privacy policy and terms for Google Mail. So click I agree. And that brings you to this point. So it says, welcome to Google Simple, Smart, and Secure Email. So click next. Now you're going to be asked to choose a view for how your email is shown on the screen. Default is adequate for most people. You're welcome to try and explore what the different ones look like, but we're not really going to be using the email much on this, or presumably. You need the address in order to navigate through Zoom. So, but choose which one you like and click OK. And all that formatting is doing is changing the way these are presented here. So, in this case, I sent myself a test mail from my company account, so I just put that in there as well. This is a welcome email that you get. Talks about setting up other features within Google. And again, these features are not needed for the purpose of using the account for Zoom. So you can close the email two ways. One is by clicking on this little left pointed arrow here, and then the other one would be to click on the inbox, and it'll close that down. So you're back to the main screen here, which shows your inbox. If you want to learn more about the basics of using your Gmail account, just click on the Settings tab up here, your Settings icon, and then click Help. And there's a variety of help topics there. We're not going to get into that for purposes of this email, but that information is available to you. And then to exit Gmail, you just simply click on the icon in the upper right. You get another pop-up box here that asks you, or gives you the option to sign out. So click on Sign Out, and then you're done. So, and again, you will not need this email account for other than signing into Zoom. However, you now have a working email account that you can use for personal use, and feel free to do that. So if you want to sign back into your account, return to the search page in a google.com page, and just click sign in, and you get the option to choose which account if you happen to have multiple Google accounts, but in this case, click on this one and just follow the instructions from there. It asks for your password, and then you can go on into your account. So remember that Gmail does not have the same level of security as your company account. So never use Gmail for company or client-related correspondence that has any information relating to client personal information. or any sensitive information. So always use your company account for that. So this concludes the presentation on signing up for a Gmail account.